Hello and welcome back to Curb Stomp City and another episode of ECW Lives on TEW 2016. Now today I'm going to bring you the next installment of ECW Revolt. Before we do that, we've got some locker room incidents to deal with. Chris Candido and Paul Heyman. Chris Candido was brought before the wrestlers' court accused of not shaking the hands of the wrestlers, found him guilty, and he's going to have to buy drinks, the same as what happened with Punk. So yeah, ECW Revolt tonight on MTV2 and Scotland Television. Coming up next. So to open the show, we have an E, where CM Punk defeated the Sandman after a submission arm triangle choke. CM Punk got the best rating out of this match. I'm assuming Sandman was drunk again. I'm not really sure. Let's see. No, he wasn't. It's all right. Then AJ Styles approaches Heyman to request a world title match after a big win last night. Paul doesn't think he's ready, but offers him a TV title match instead. So that'll be our main event tonight. And I got a D46. Nothing else to note for that. Then we go to backstage where Bella McGillicuddy comes out to the podium along with the Lucid Dreamers. Bella hopes her tag team as the second coming of death. So yeah, I didn't write that angle, but apparently that's what it comes up with. But yeah, D- for that, 36. So yeah, obviously we need to get women on the show to please the crowd, and that's what we did there. Then Jerry Lynn versus Just Incredible next, and in a bout that had decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Just Incredible defeated Jerry Lynn in 15 minutes by submission. Jerry Lynn was the best of the two in terms of individual ratings. This was designed to be a wild brawl just to please the crowd. And yeah, D45 for that one. Then Paul Heyman announces that a big event will be taking place soon. He goes down a list of the stars that will be taking part in the event, and no one will want to miss it. So this is just hyping the next pay-per-view, which is next month. C-55 for that one. Then we go to the main event, which is the television title match. And in a poor match, AJ Styles defeated Rhino in 20 minutes when AJ Styles retrieved the item, which is obviously the belt, and he wins the ECW World Television Championship. So AJ got a 38 for that. Rhino had a 42. Apparently they don't click, which is why the rating was like that. But that's fine. We've got the television title off Rhino now, so we can have two title feuds going into the future. This was designed to be slow-paced, but Rhino was to dominate and be kept strong, just to keep him happy. Then AJ Styles somehow wins the title. So yeah, D-. I'm not expecting a great show for this. I had to calm Rhino down after the match. He was upset that AJ Styles almost injured him with a botched move. Come on, AJ, why are you doing that for? Then after the match, Rhino attacks AJ Styles. To the amazement and outrage of all, he pile drives AJ Styles through the ringside table. So we end the show. Not a great rating at all. So yeah, we're going to have to start rethinking things. D- for that one, 40. Could have been E+. It's on the brink. We lost popularity in 10 regions. Increased our popularity in 1, which would probably be Scotland. But yeah, not brilliant at all. MTV2 are not happy with the last show, so I really need to step that up again. We've been doing fine in terms of ratings so far, but yeah, a lot of the roster cuts as well aren't helping. But yeah, still, it's only one show, so let's hope the next one is better in the next episode. We've got a 0.45 TV rating, but we're still cult. We're just going to skip to the end of the month just to show you how the finances are doing, and then we'll leave that there. Before we get there, we're just going to confirm the signing of Bryan Danielson. So we'll complete that now. And this means the Sandman is going to be released. We can't have someone keep turning up to shows drunk, and we need to build them young stars up and give them the chance on the TV show. It might cost us in the short term in terms of ratings, But in the long run, it's going to be for the best, I think. So we're just going to do a quick auto push as well while we're here. Let's see. So Punk is now upper mid, along with AJ Styles. We're just going to really look at the new blood. So yeah, Colt Cabana is still mid card. Bryan Danielson's class is lower mid. Just before that, we've had a request of a pay rise for Colt Cabana. So he wants a rise of 230, which would take him to $540 per appearance. For now, we'll give him a 50% pay rise. He's annoyed at the decision. Well, you know what I mean. Unlucky, mate. So here we are. In terms of finances, it's not looking good at all. We've somehow lost loads of money. ECW Revolt is tonight, which we're going to have to be really careful about how much money we spend on this show. So yeah, it looks like this could be a short series. Where's all the money gone? Let's just see. Expenditure, miscellaneous, whatever that is. Our sponsorships, not great at all. So we're going to have to be really careful in the next month of how much money we spend. We're going to have to move forward the pay-per-view. In fact, we're going to have to make a pay-per-view because I haven't got one for February. So February week 1, Sunday, and we'll call this ECW. ECW Progress is going to be the next pay-per-view, and it's going to happen this week after the next TV show. Chris Candido turned up late, breaking the locker room rules, so we're going to have to give him a stern warning. Nothing noteworthy happened of it. Just Incredible has gotten a lot of heat for the rest of the locker room for his selfish behaviour. Stern warning again. Nothing noteworthy. Kid Cash was brought to Wrestlers Court accused of annoying everyone else with his constant boasting and cocky attitude. The judge, Paul Heyman, found him guilty and sentenced him to remain silent for the rest of the night and then buy drinks for everyone after the show. Okay? And he's improved his behaviour as a result. Then, Joey Matthews was brought to Wrestlers Court accused of forgetting to shake another worker's hand. So yeah, we've only got $11,000 left. We started with 50 and it's not looking fantastic, as you know if you saw the last episode. So what we're going to do, the aim of this show is to cut the cost as little as possible and only use the cheapest workers. So yeah, we might use one main eventer in the main event, so probably Rhino. But apart from that, we're just going to have to try and just run a show without going into debt. Even if it means letting down the TV deals, the ratings that they expect. We need to keep the company alive to then bounce back. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge, which, I'm excited for, so it's all right. But we're going to jump straight into the show now. So we're back, and we've had to find an excuse to use the lesser talent in terms of wage. So Heyman states that tonight you will see the future of ECW, out with the old, in with the new. And the show got off to a strong start, and the angle got the crowd hotter. So I found that starting the show with Heyman is very good for the crowd. D plus 50 for that one. Then we go into about that had terrible wrestling, non-existent crowd heat. Bryan Danielson defeated Colt Cabana with a cattle mutilation. It says by pinfall, even though it's a submission, so that's obviously an error with the moveset. Bryan got 37, Cabana got 29, so obviously Bryan was the best of the two. Danielson got a above average for his gimmick. No improvements to note. CM Punk was at ringside and he did some good work there. So yeah, E plus 31 for that one. Hopefully it gets better. Then we go to a promo with CM Punk talking about Jerry Lynn in it for his upcoming match. Colt Cabana helped with the segment. Obviously he's his manager, so he stayed obviously out hit the ring. So yeah, D minus 36. Then we go to About That Had Terrible Wrestling, Non-Existent Crowd Heat. CM Punk defeated Kid Cash in 11 minutes 52 by submission with a triangle choke. So yeah, it's not bad. D minus, that's what the TV company expects. So hopefully the show rating is around that come the end of the show. So let's see how the main event does. But before that, we go to Bella McGillicuddy comes out and fires t-shirts into the crowd just to please them for the sex appeal thing. 51 D plus for that. Then the main event, subpar wrestling and little heat. AJ Styles defeated Jerry Lynn by pinfall after a Styles clash. AJ Styles makes defense number 1 of his ECW World Television title. So we've kept Rhino off this show. Obviously, he's on about $1,000 per appearance, so we're going to have to bring him in sparingly for now anyway. AJ Styles is getting better at his gimmick. The match went on a little too long given its aim, which is something to think about. So that would have affected the rating. AJ Styles was a standout in this one with 47. And this was designed to be high spots. No improvements to note. D minus 38. So hopefully we get around D minus for the final rating, which we do, which is okay. We're losing popularity still, but I do want, after thinking about it, we need to drop to regional so we can release most of the roster. Because we're at the minimum of what we need in terms of roster, so we need that to drop. So yeah, regional would be ideal in the long run, because we need to keep this series alive. But yeah, we've improved our popularity in Scotland, I assume, and lost popularity in 10 regions. Financially, we're doing okay now, look. We've only lost 1,000. So yeah, using the young talent is going to help a lot. And let's just look at the wages for everyone. So if Paul Heyman is on the most, Rhino is on the highest paid wrestler. So we're going to have to release some of these talents. We may have to replace Joey Styles. So we'll look at doing that in a minute. Just incredible. I'm just trying to think of the ones that are causing problems backstage. So we've got Chris Candido is causing problems. So we're going to release him. He's only been with us a small amount of time. Tammy Sitch is not happy about it. So we're just going to release her as well. We haven't really used her, actually, to be honest. So that's not too much of an issue. Ideal roster. Okay, so we are actually on par with that. I didn't think we were. I thought we would have been below it now. But let me just see again. Contracts. Let me see how many refs we've got. We've got 2 referees, so we only need 1 really. So we're going to release John Finnegan because he's paid the most. So that's going to save us $800 a show. Road agents Paul Heyman. Personality Joel Gertner. Let's just see announcers. Let's see who they are. So yeah, it is Joel Gertner and Joey Styles. So we could release Joel. Where is he? There. So we're releasing him. We're going to have to just really have to cut the costs. We're going to have to really cut the cost. And that last show is giving me hope that we can actually survive financially if we just book smartly. But yeah, I'm liking the challenge of this. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Hopefully you don't give up faith just yet. Because I certainly haven't. So I think we can turn this around. And that's the fun of the game. I think it would be a boring series if we just rose to national straight away. So, you know, trials and tribulations of ECW. And these were the problems that they had in real life as well. So it's pretty cool. Jerry Lynn, he's 37. He's the 2nd highest paid wrestler on the card. So we're going to release Jerry Lynn. Although he does put on good matches, we need to save that dollar. Just incredible. I like Just Incredible, so we're going to keep him. The tag champs, we're going to keep them. yeah, we're going to release Joey Styles, and we're going to try and bring in a different announcer that on the cheap. Paul Heyman has blocked it. Okay, fair enough. Mikey Whipwreck. Let's just sort by age. That could be a good indicator of who to release. Jim Molyneux. Sinister Minister can go. CW Anderson's not really been on the show, has he? Neither Simon Diamond, so they could go. Okay, Dawn Marie's not happy about that. Do we need Dawn Marie? That's the issue. I don't think we do, because we've got Bellew McGillicuddy now, so we don't need Dawn Marie. I don't want to keep her if she's unhappy with releasing people. So Mikey Whipwreck, keep them. Tajiri. So yeah, the idea now is just to bring through that young talent. We need to get them exposure. We're going to also release the FBI. It's a little Guido. And Tony Mamaluke doesn't need to be here. So yeah, the roster's really thin now, but it's necessary, I feel. Danny Doring is another person that we never use. It's CW Anderson. What's our roster at now? 20, so we need to sign 6 young talent. So we're going to look at young talent now. We're just going to sort by age, and we want people that are maximum 25. Let's do that. Let me just do to hire in the USA. Austin Aries, he wants 240. If we can get him down to 200, that would be ideal. Okay, he wants 240. That's fine. It's a lot cheaper than what we were paying before. So yeah, there we go. We had Matt Seidel on a local worker deal once for one show, didn't we? So we'll get him in. Go 150, 180. Okay, so he wants 200, 180. There. So Matt Seidel is now in. Mark Briscoe, 220. Try and get them on 200. Could try and get his brother Jay as well. It's a freelancer, we'll get him for 3 months. That's okay. And Jay Briscoe. Okay, he wants 200 as well. Freelancer as well. Bring in Joey Ryan. Johnny Curtis. So yeah, that's all we're going to do for this episode. So we've got 6 new people coming in just to make the numbers up on extremely cheap deals. So we've got Austin Aries, Matt Seidel, Mark Briscoe, Jay Briscoe, Joey Ryan, and Johnny Curtis, obviously known as Fandango. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this episode, hit that like button and subscribe for more TEW 2016 and general wrestling content. And until next time, peace.